is the Wiggles. He is one of the Australian music industry's biggest fans. He's always at every gig watching from the crowd, as well as playing with his band, the Soul Movers. He delighted everyone at last year's Splendour in the Grass Festival with a guest appearance with DC Death Race. Remember them? So let's make him welcome, ladies and gentlemen, Murray Cole!
All right, let's get this out of the way before I start. Well, you probably know me as a Wiggle, but I've been playing music other than kids' music for over 40 years. I currently play in my band, the Soul Movers, and I've been a punter for about 45 years, so you do the math. So this is an issue that's really important to me. It's been a lifelong love affair with live music, and it's a major part of who I am. And I can see looking out here today that many people feel the same way. How dull would our lives be without music? And live music especially. An attack on live music is an attack on our culture, our voices as Australians. It's a dulling down of our lives. These proposed laws are framed as a response to safety issues. Of course, everyone here would agree that safety is a very important issue. The problem with it is the way the government's gone about it, the way they've gone about developing the law. It's quite obvious there's been no consultation with the industry or any due diligence in researching what the effects might be of these laws, such as what effect these laws will have on local economies, state economies, the Australian economy. It seems no one, including the government, knows. Festivals don't just affect the promoters and the performers and the audience. They affect tourism, hotels and other accommodation, restaurants, shops and other local businesses, transport companies, including trucking, public transport, car rental. The list goes on. Has there been any research into how these elements will be affected? I don't think so. This has been a knee-jerk reaction by a government wishing to be seen to be doing something about safety at festivals and rushing legislation through in time for an election. It seems pretty transparent to me that they just wanted to get this through as quickly as they could and then say, look at us, aren't we great, we've done something about festivals. I don't think killing festivals is the answer, but that seems to be their response. A couple of weeks ago, Ms. Berejiklian said in the media that festival promoters are only interested in a quick buck. I think that's both ignorant and insulting. And really, if you know anyone who runs a festival, I don't think anyone would go into a festival promoting to make a quick buck. Many festivals operate on a very slim profit margin and often a loss, and the idea of starting a festival to make a quick buck is just laughable. Page 2. And don't both Labor and the LNP claim to support business? It seems strange to attack this business so openly, and I think that's what they're doing. I began playing music in the late 70s and early 80s, and I was also going to lots of gigs. At the risk of sounding like an old guy talking about the good old days, the pub scene was incredibly strong. Bands were playing up to 8 or 9 gigs a week. You could see and hear great live music every night of the week. It was great for the live music culture and for the economy. Every band had a truck with a PA and a couple of roadies, and the employment was in the industry was fantastic. The pub scene gradually dwindled for various reasons. Some of these were regulatory, sometimes they were actually necessary, like random breath testing. But gradually festivals grew to take that scene's place. Today most young people get their live music from festivals. If they're forced to shut down, where do we go from here? Where are we going to get our live music? This is an issue that affects regional New South Wales and regional Australia probably more than the city. I grew up in Orange in the 70s. We were quite starved of live music. Sherbet and Hush came through every few months. Occasionally AC/DC or Aerial, but that was about it. Today there are many more opportunities for people in regional areas to access live music through regional festivals. They provide music culture to people who otherwise would not experience it. And many of these festivals are these small festivals that are at the greatest risk. If they've got to provide extra policing and extra healthcare more than they do now, they're at a great risk. They can't make a profit. They won't be able to continue. These laws are the impetus that got us out here today, but it's not just festivals that have suffered from the neglect of successive state governments. I think licensing red tape is a huge issue for venues, and it's becoming a huge issue for festivals as well. In the Wiggles, one of our key goals was to get children interested in music, particularly live music. I've met a few people here today who said the Wiggles were their first live music experience. Many more. And that's one of the things we set out to do. We wanted young kids to go and see music. We wanted them to see that as a normal thing. And I think for most of us it is a normal thing. And we don't want it to be threatened. So I want those children, the children now, the children you guys who were children, to have that opportunity to grow up, to experience live music. Some of them will learn to play and form bands and write songs and continue with this powerful expression that we have. Thanks for coming, everyone. That's been fantastic. It's a great turnout. Make sure you sign the petitions. There's petitions going around. We need to keep supporting local music. Get out into the pubs, get to the festivals, support bands, support live music. And you can do more than this too. Write to your local member, write to Gladys, tell her that this is not good enough. We love our music and we love our live music and we want it to continue. Good on you.